Good morning, everybody. Virginia here. I'm going to show you what I created for part of my Halloween display in my living room. What I did was I just used a paper mache witch hat from Michaels. And I don't know what I did with the other one to show you very briefly what I had done. There it is. I'm not quite done with this one, but I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so... Oh, and of course I painted it all black. But see, it's just a regular witch hat. It's got the little cone in there and the witch. And I'm still trying to finish this one. And as you can see, it's all solid. What I did with the one that I'm going to show you is I cut a triangle out of the witch hat. And then I glued the witch hat onto a piece of cardboard so that the inside right here, everything in it would not fall out. So with that said, let me show you. So once I did that, after painting it, I distressed it. I added, what do you call that? That netting from the dollar store. I added sand. I mean, I really blinged this thing up. Not blinged, I'm sorry. I really did a bunch to this. And so the point of it was to make the inside of the witch hat into like a graveyard. The dollar store has them plastic skeletons and stuff. Well, on there, the little writing, it says like boneyard and this and that. And I thought that that would be a perfect little idea to name the cemetery, you know. So this is the boneyard. Now, I used a plastic little gargoyle on top, and I'll show close-ups here in a minute. I cut out the word boneyard, put it on there. I used a plastic witch right there and glued her on, painted her, distressed her. Inside, I used some of that sea sponge stuff. There are a couple of coffins in there with skeletons climbing out of them. And it was so perfect that it was called the boneyard because there's a bunch of skeletons on here. I used a little small Grim Reaper, plastic toy one. I found a twig outside. I painted it black and distressed it a little bit with some gray. I stuck a spider on there and an owl. There's a couple of ghosts floating through the air. There's an itty little bitty scaredy cat right there. These little wall or brick entrances were from the dollar store, and they're in the Christmas section. But what I did was I distressed them, and then I tried to make it look like a skeleton on there on the little balls, and you'll see up close here in a minute. There's gravel right here, and it just so happened to be black, and I found it at the pet store. I glued it on to make it look like a little pathway to walk into the cemetery, and then I just distressed it a little bit with some of the gray paint. The trim around the brim of the hat is from Nary's store, and she is DC Scrapping Rooster. It's really, really covered in sequins. It's so gorgeous. It's perfect for this hat. I added a couple of the little plastic buttons from Michaels and distressed them a little bit of some pumpkins. These little trees back here also came from the Christmas Village stuff at the dollar store, as well as the lamp posts. The only thing I haven't done to the lamp posts is paint them with the glow-in-the-dark light in there. I can't find it, but I will. This little bench, in case you get a fright walking in the cemetery, you can come out and have a little seat. The trim around the brim of the hat is also from Nary's store. Again, DC Scrapping Rooster. And then I put some flatback pearls from Lizzie Jose. The trees, they looked black at the dollar store. And they're also part of the Christmas Village. What I did was I just sprayed them with some glitter. And I bent them to look kind of scary looking. And I put lampposts to go around the cemetery. So let me show you an up close. I hope that this works. I'm going to tilt this just a tad. What I did, and I hope that you can see it. See the sparkle in there? I don't know if you can. There we go. Maybe not. What I did was I wanted it to look like midnight. And so I just got silver spray glitter and really sprayed it up. Inside there are, again, like I said, the little tombstones or little graves. And the skeletons hopping out of them. There's my tree. And the spider with the owl. There's the little Grim Reaper. And the scaredy cat. Again, there's all my gravel. Now see the trim? Isn't that just gorgeous? Look how it's just, oops, some of my rock is falling off. Covered in sequins. So let me start over here. Let me show you the top. This is what I mean by I really distressed this thing. There we go. Come on, light, don't play with me. I put the netting, I Mod Podged it. Before it was dry, I added all the sand I collected in Japan. There is the trim. To me, that kind of looked like spider webs. I actually dyed it in my purple cabbage. It looks white, but it's actually it's purple. There is, let me turn it. I tried to kind of sort of make him look like Jack Skellington, but that didn't work. I'm not very good at painting. But again, that's just from the dollar store, a little button. The bench. There are the little trees. And I just painted the bases gray. More of the trim back there. And all the way around, again, see the distressing? It looks really cool. Come on, light. There we go. Sorry, I'm having to let that light adjust. And then we come all the way back to the front of the witch hat again. The entrance to the cemetery. So there is one of my Halloween projects for this month. I'm actually doing another witch hat, only it won't have a scene on the inside for my kitchen table. And I'll show you that when I'm done. So I do hope that you enjoyed looking at this. Stop by, let me know what you think. Oops, sorry, I had to adjust that. And I will chit chat with y'all later. Talk to you then. Bye.